Hey, welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be talking with Eric Gunnarsson, who is our sponsor of our strategic initiative around business operating systems. Welcome, Eric.
Thank you, Matt.
Hey, we'll start by, for all the newer employees and for a refresher, can you just start by defining what the business operating system is?
Sure. So, business operating system, or affectionately known as internally the BOS, is a wide collection of process, and I say wide, company wide collection of processes across design, solutions, HR, accounting, a library of information for employees to utilize as they deliver consistently to our clients.
Got it. And why is that important to Primus?
I think consistency, Matt, probably sums it up best. I mean, while we're not a fast food restaurant, we're trying to curate an experience for our clients that they're getting consistent delivery. And that's across all of our disciplines, starting in planning and pre-construction through design and into engineering, and then admittedly working with our trade partners, specifically design build folks, that they have understood our expectations as we provide an end solution to the client. So I think consistency sums it up best. And speaking of that, managing all of this information in the BOS is very, very important. So the document management system, or the DMS, is critically important as we are managing all of this and having a keeper of the keys. And document control and the filing system for these is imperative. And then sharing that to the organization, where they can find this information, how best to use it, when they can do a save as and when they cannot.
Got it. And so at the company meeting, you had identified a couple projects that will help support this initiative. I'd like for you to give us an update on some of those. So let's start with the quality management.
Sure. So, this has been an ask of clients for many years. We have developed a quality manual, but I'm going to say that the enhancement, the refinement, and the recent issue in spring of 2024, it's the best document that we've ever got. I also feel that a shout out needs to go to Ashley McMillan. We have been admittedly side hustling some of these tasks. We've recognized their importance for what they were, and we're dedicating resources that it becomes their job. So what we have found that's happened when Ashley took this over, not only are we getting a better quality document, but she's also identifying areas of improvement in other manuals that currently exist. So it's a bit of a twofold, it's created more work for us, but I think at the end result, the consistency, the collaboration between all the manuals is going to be much improved.
Got it. And as I've learned, some people are, better at learning by reading. Some people are better at learning by watching videos or, YouTube, for example. So can you talk a little bit about how you guys are creating this training material?
Sure. Well, utilizing the manuals, we identified that there's a lot in there, right? So we wanted to come up with some QRGs, quick reference guides, okay, to where they somewhat streamline. Well, let's just say they take a 5-page or a 5-section part of the manual and sum it up into a 1-pager that really packs a big punch. And then we're also adding to the quality manual work division specific areas such as soil and erosion control. And, look at what the drawings show, take a photograph of what that is. And really a picture is worth 1,000 words, if you will. So you talk about how we can train folks. Some folks work better reading a book. Some folks do better in video. So we're also memorializing our lunch and learns with the help of marketing and Juan to create a library, if you will, of training sessions during these lunch and learns specific to what we do in the organization, helping out new employees that may be new to a particular trade, and some of the old timers. There's always something new to be learned.
Sure, definitely. Well, to me, it sounds like a lot of this training material creation and all that kind of coincides and kind of works along with what's going on with the other strategic initiative around talent management. So can you talk about that collaboration?
Yeah, 100%. So we recognize we're a people business. We're a professional services organization that really the experience that the employees are providing to our customer are what keeps them coming back. So being able to understand strengths and weaknesses of all of us, goes a long way in the development plan. So, what we're trying to create, from an assistant project manager up to a project executive, what are the skills that are required to execute that role well, and identify and help the employees where they could use improvement, I think is the best way to say it. So the training tracker that's been established with Ashley that she's sharing with HR is a big deal. The managers, Tony, Mark Cabness, Sid Sapp, being able to sit down with team members and identify areas that need improvement and memorialize that so that we get to go back to it and make sure that we're coaching appropriately has gone a really long way. And I think it's certainly improving the organization.
Yeah, it's been cool to watch the work that's been done by the creation of our standard operating procedures and all that documentation, and then what the talent management group has been doing with onboarding. I mean, the feedback that I've heard about our onboarding right now is that it is top class, and so I want to give some acknowledgement to that. All right, so in not only within our operations function, but there's also stuff going on within other departments to help memorialize some of this. Can you talk to that?
Yeah, 100%. And I think you just earlier brought it up. So like as we onboard, I mean, we now have a procedure in HR as folks are coming on board, what happens on day one in the first hour, the second hour. And we're not perfect. People get sick. People have babies, people go to funerals, but there's a process that's been lined out that somebody else can pick the ball up and onboard somebody new. So that's a great example of memorializing a business operating system within the HR department for somebody's first day at Primus. And then downrange from that, 30 days, let's take a look, see 60 and 90. Additionally, a lot of credit goes out. And I think one of the best things that we published second quarter, panels put out a quality manual specific to what they do. And while I hate to commoditize it into a Big Mac, but it's important that as we go to different job sites and we look at details, we want there to be a level of consistency so that we know what to expect. If it looks different, we can ask questions why. And then their launch, and a lot of credit to them, they got their team members together, did an offsite training and a publishing of it, if you will, and that was very well received. And I think that we're already seeing the advantages of a concise quality manual there. Lastly, several other departments, accounting, pre-construction, design, the BIM department, all of these folks are really looking to formalize, and Ashley and Becca are doing a good job primatizing what this content looks like. So again, providing consistency to the employees.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's been a lot of hard work, but the product, the outcome is really awesome. So it's cool to watch. Well, tell me a little bit about, what you foresee for the next 6 months and maybe a little beyond that too.
Sure. Well, I think that the commitment on this has identified that there's more work to do. So I think that we're going to see a continued refinement of the documents that we've got right now. And please keep in mind that we're open to change. We encourage change. If employees see a better way to do it, we're all ears. But please, we want to identify that we're looking through these manuals of the lens of, can this make Primus builders better?
Right.
And if it can, we're certainly open to that. And again, but staying within the lines of how we want it published to the employees. So I think further refinement would be a great way to sum up what the goal of the team is and the completion of departmental manuals.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Eric, for joining me, and thank you everyone for joining as well. And look forward to see what else we can get done this year.
Right on. Thank you.
Thank you.